Hey, Nathan here from PH Studios, and welcome back to another tower defense video. And in this video, it's going to be a 1.1 release demonstration and talking about 1.2 and the week ahead for tutorial-wise. So let me just talk about 1.1 while I'm here, and then we'll go on to the next update and then the tutorials for this week. So the first thing you'll notice is the menu screen. I do have a mouse pointer now, which means I can use my mouse in the menu screen. And I can use a combination of the mouse or the keyboard. Like I can hover over play, or let's actually hover over help and I'll press the enter on the keyboard. That's pretty cool, and a lot of people requested that. Now, if you go to play, you cannot use the mouse in this screen. I probably will not have that feature until a later patch. It's pretty low on the priority. But you will notice the other feature is a new map, vector map. And it's between forest and snow because there will only be 2 towers. In snow, you get 3 towers, and in forest, you just get the basic tower. So in Forest, you get the basic tower. In Vector, you get the basic tower and poison tower, which is damage over time. And in Snow, you get the basic tower, poison tower, and bomb tower, which is area of effect. So let me go into the Vector map, and I'll show you what this is all about. So you have a spawn point here. It's just like a little miniature spawn gate, like a something's coming from a blank portion of the wall here, and you're trying to avoid them gaining access to like a city type of thing. It's a top down, and you can think of this as like a city or a network. Alright, so these are the 2 towers, the basic tower and then the poison tower. And their looks are different than the 2 other maps, the forest and snow. I made it look like a vectorized tower, and this will be a fit for the vectorized theme that this map has. And this is a vectorized theme, and it's a computer theme, so there are bugs, cookies, and infections, stuff like that. So it's a vectorized or a computerized type of map. That's the theme of this map. So anyway, that is the new map. I hope you will enjoy it, and let's go ahead and discuss 1.2. Before I discuss 1.2, 1.1 was supposed to have click once with automatic update feature. But somebody asked me a question on my website, the little chat shout box, and I think I wanted to go ahead and try implementing what they were wanting help with, and I think it'll be a good game to work on that. So the 1.1 does have a click once feature, and that will just be for deployment. You will install this version, and that click once will verify that you have all the prerequisites like XNA framework and .NET framework. So it'll verify those prerequisites, and this update will not have an auto update feature. It'll just be the click once for deployment. The auto update feature, I'm probably going to build a separate utility for that. And what somebody requested help with was how to create a video game launcher like World of Warcraft or Star Wars, The Old Republic, or many games have these launchers now that automatically update. Most commonly it's for MMOs. But I think it will be a good thing to try for this game, and that way I can be in control of the update. And I think it'll be a good thing for me to do in tutorials too. So that's what I'm going to end up doing in the later version. I think 1.5 is going to be the big update. There will be a few game updates to the engine that I'm going to end up doing that will make the game much better for the programmers. So I might add that to version 1.5, or I might add it to version 1.6 or 7, but I have not thought that far ahead yet. So let's go ahead and discuss 1.2. Alright, 1.2 will have another new map called Space. Now if you see my space shooter game, it will probably look similar to that, but you will have like a starry background, and it'll follow a set path, and you'll have little turrets, space turrets, that you need to have as your defense, and you will want to, I think for the spawn gate and the destination, I think I might do planets for those. So if you have planet that the monsters spawn from, and you're trying to avoid them coming to your planet, and you have all these towers and satellites that will shoot at the spaceships so they don't get access to your planet. So that will be the theme for that map, which will be space. There will be more sounds, more bosses, and a complete /failed map screen that will give you stats. That is another one of the requested features, that if you beat the game, they want to see like a few stats, like how many monsters you killed out of how many monsters total, so how many lives you lost and all that stuff. And then they also want to see, I guess, like the tower statistics that I mentioned that will be available in a later patch, which will be in 1.5, but I'll do a variation of that for 1.2, so you can see you have 4 basic towers, and each one of them did this, or each one of them did X amount of damage for Y overall health, and that kind of thing. So its usefulness, and it will be a variation of the tower usefulness pop-up that'll be coming in version 1.5. So that kind of stuff that they want to see when you either complete a map successfully, you finished all the waves, and you have at least 1 live left. That is when you have a successfully completed map. Now, when all of your lives are gone and you still have waves left, that will be a failed screen, and you'll just get the same detailed statistics. You killed X monsters out of Y total, and then how many waves you were able to pass, and then how many waves were left, and that kind of thing. So it'll give you a, hey, you won, here's your statistics, hey, you failed, you got this far type of thing. So all of these will be coming in 1.2. And that will probably be a few weeks from now. Alright, so let's discuss the tutorials for this week. I finished the latest tutorial for the current week, which was the player class and the session class. Now next week we'll start off with the map class, the one that we've been waiting for before doing part 2 of some of the other classes. And once we finish the map class, we'll be doing the map loader, and then we'll be doing part 2 of all the other classes. So this week we will start getting to the actual interesting code, and I think you will enjoy some of the coding processes you will hopefully learn from these part 2 videos. So anyway, that is 1.1, just a new map, and you can use mouse in the menu and click once for deployment, and auto update was not there. By the way, there is another boss, like for the vector map, there's a boss for infections, and there are more sounds, so I don't want to give everything away, but play one of the maps. I changed the sounds for every boss that currently exists. So every map, when you get to the boss wave, be sure to listen to the sound when you hit the boss. So there'll be more sounds than what you're used to. And there was a bug fix with the game engine itself, so nothing you will notice as you're playing. but for the game engine, it was always using the last map's bullets. So if you have more than one map in the map loader, it was always using the last map's bullets. So I fixed that bug, and that was the only bug I found. And I was able to notice it because if you go from the forest map to the snow map, the bullets are nearly identical. The only reason I noticed this bug when I created the vector map, the bullets are completely different. It's all circular, it's all geometry looking, just lines and shapes, not fully graphical like the forest and snow. So I noticed it because the bullets look completely different. Alright, so that was 1.1. I hope you will enjoy the map for a couple weeks and wait for the new map. And then 1.3 should follow in maybe a couple days because it's only several derivatives of existing maps. That will be the only difference in 1.3. And that was the plans for tutorials this week. We'll start off with the map class, go on to the map loader class, and then go to part 2 of the other classes. Alright, so I hope to see you next time. I hope you enjoy the new map, and let me know if you find any bugs. And I'll see you next time.